covering the news for all of West Texas. News West 9 at 10 starts now.
The Midland City Council says it is time to clean up downtown. They're turning up the heat on owners who don't keep their buildings in top shape. Good evening, everyone. I'm Crystal Cruz.
And I'm Michael Stafford. It's the very next step in the councilman's revitalization project, and their main target is vacant buildings. This is what they're fighting: buildings covered in plywood and bad shape. The city recently passed an ordinance affecting those buildings that have been empty for more than 30 days. But today, the council made it even tougher, giving owners about a month to repair all broken glass.
That's not the only thing they're cracking down on. Wyatt Goolsby is live just off of West Wall Street in Midland to give you a better picture of what repairs will have to be made if owners don't want to face a fine. Wyatt?
Well, good evening, Michael, Crystal. There certainly are a lot of laws and regulations that go into this city council ordinance, but to give you a better perspective, we're actually standing here just off of West Wall Street, and actually we have an example here just over my shoulder of a building that has a lot of problems the city council was trying to emphasize today. If you see here, we look at the first example, there's some exterior plywood as well as some broken glass you can see here. This is exactly what the city council was trying to emphasize today, as trying to avoid a lot of these unsafe and possibly hazardous conditions. Now, it's important to note this isn't the only spot where there's some broken glass on this building. If you look a little bit to your left, there's also a lot of windows over here with shattered glass as well. Another point of the ordinance to be made is actually looking to free up property of all kinds of debris and junk and actually graffiti. There's an example of graffiti on this wall as well. It looks like it's actually been around for a while, but obviously the city is looking to clean up a lot of this and make their city that much more beautiful. In addition, the ordinance talks a lot about maintaining landscape on these buildings as well. If you look over here, it looks like this area just hasn't been kept up in a while. There's some grass that's actually grown out of this cement area, so it looks like a lot of this is what the city council is trying to emphasize as needing to be cleaned up. In addition, I'm actually standing across the street in a nearby parking lot. Now, you can't see a whole lot because it's obviously pretty dark, but to give you a perspective, I'm actually going to pick up this piece of cement parking stop, if you will. There's actually pieces of this all over this parking lot. When it comes to landscape, this also is stuff that needs to be worked on according to city council ordinance. If building owners don't comply, they could face an up to $2,000 fine, so certainly something they're going to have to think about from now on. We are live in Midland. Wyatt Goolsby, News West 9.
All right, thanks, Wyatt. And we'd certainly like to know what you think. Do you feel the cleanup project in downtown Midland will attract more people to the downtown area? Simply log on to newswest9.com and vote. We'll have the results for you tomorrow night at 10.